One thing when I'm starting to think about projects or assignments for my classes, I think back to when I was in middle school and high school and some of the experiences that I had. I remember some projects I loved doing and some I just hated because they were projects that I wasn't interested in, or I had done them so many times and they didn't really challenge me. And so I think about that, and I don't want to hold back students, and I don't want them to hate learning and be turned off by that. And I know that sometimes they just need to learn certain concepts, and there's certain projects that do that. But there's other times that there is opportunity for choice for students to be able to learn those essential skills and concepts that they need to for your class, but be able to have a little bit of say in that. When I'm doing that and I'm providing choice, you can do it through like choice boards or just through individual assignments. You still have to focus on those essential learning targets that you have for your class and the content that you need to cover, but there's other ways that you can think of how students can accomplish that. When I'm looking at creating the project, I look back at just those essential concepts or those targets that I have for my class. And I have different strands that I have to cover. And so in those strands and those concepts that I have, I can take each one and break down and think of ways that they can accomplish that through worksheets, through projects, both hands-on or digitally, and provide them opportunities or options so that they can choose, so that they can kind of see what they like and what they don't like. Some they might just choose because of what program it needs to be done in or the length of the assignment. And some they have more interest in and they want to show you something or be more creative. So by providing that in my choice boards, just having those different areas that still cover that strand that they can accomplish it. I still have students check in to set goals and be able to know what their responsibility in hitting those marks that they need to, or those concepts they need to. And sometimes that they have to choose those challenging ones or challenging from a group of items. And so, for example, in one of my classes, they have to learn about textiles. And part of textiles, they have to learn how to remove stains from that. So I can complete that through worksheets that they look at clothing labels or create clothing labels. They can look at stains and write me information about stains. I then can take it digitally where they can create me an infographic about what they learn, or they can create a presentation that they're teaching someone else. I also can do hands-on where they're doing laundry, where they're trying to get rid of stains. So I can break each of those things down within, they're still learning that concept of textiles and what they have to, but there's lots of different ways that they can do that. And so they can go through and choose what they would like to do and how they accomplish those tasks. Sometimes also within an individual assignment, I can give them choice. So in my foods class, they have to create a business and they create a menu for that business. Some students are more graphically or creative where they can draw and illustrate things. Some that intimidates them. So I have options where they can do it by hand. They can sketch it out on paper using pencils and markers and rulers and all that stuff. Or I can have them do it digitally, getting images from the internet and putting it together in different programs, like providing them sometimes tools to use. Like I can say use Adobe Spark to create this, or giving them the option to use a tool that they're familiar with, because sometimes students know tools and have experience with other technology tools that we aren't familiar with, and they might be expert at it and create a project that goes beyond what you even thought that they could do for that assignment. So by opening up that and making it available for students to choose whether in a certain topic or concept or within an individual project, it usually can push students a little bit farther than they maybe would in just a traditional setting when you're keeping it a single choice.